High in the frozen Ural Mountains, one mystery has remained unsolved for more than 60 years. 9 experienced hikers began an expedition that would become one of history's greatest mysteries. They were skilled, well-prepared, and familiar with the dangers of the wilderness. None of them could have imagined what awaited them beyond the next ridge. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the team trusted his experience. Every member had survived harsh winters before. Nothing suggested this journey would be different. As they climbed higher, the weather became colder, harsher, and increasingly unpredictable. Unknown to the hikers, these mountains had already earned a reputation for danger among the local Mansi people. For days, the team followed their route through Earth's coldest wilderness. Despite the freezing cold, our spirits stayed high. Approximately 4 to 5 seconds. No one realized these ordinary moments would soon become their final memories. Then, the weather changed without warning. Thunder roared, and the storm arrived. Blinding snow and powerful winds forced the team off their planned route. Instead of descending into the forest, they made a decision that would change everything. Believing the storm would pass, the hikers pitched their tent on the exposed mountainside. It would soon become the last place they were ever seen alive, ending their journey forever. As darkness covered the mountains, the storm showed no sign of weakening. Inside the tent, the hikers settled in, hoping to continue their journey at first light. Outside, the wind intensified, reducing visibility to almost nothing. Then, everything changed. What happened remains a mystery to this day. Weeks later, rescue teams finally reached the abandoned campsite they had been searching for. The tent was still standing, but something was terribly, terribly wrong. Investigators discovered that the canvas had been cut open from the inside. A trail of footprints led away from the tent, disappearing toward the dark forest below. The rescuers carefully followed the footprints, leading them deeper into the silent forest. Near a towering cedar tree, investigators found the first signs that something terrible had happened. Scattered personal belongings suggested the group had left their shelter in extreme haste. The evidence raised one question that investigators still struggle to answer. Why did they leave? The first victims were discovered beneath the towering cedar tree, far from the safety of their tent.
The remains of a small fire showed the hikers had fought to survive the deadly cold. The remaining members of the expedition were nowhere to be found, despite an extensive search. Months later, as the snow finally melted, investigators uncovered the final pieces of the mystery. The investigation began with one question: why did the hikers leave their tent? Every photograph, diary, and map became a crucial piece of the investigation. The hikers' own cameras revealed their final documented moments before the storm. Yet despite months of investigation, no single explanation could account for every piece of evidence. One theory suggests a sudden avalanche forced the hikers to flee into the freezing darkness. Supporters argue that the group may have escaped the tent before the slope became unstable. However, later investigations questioned whether the slope was steep enough to trigger a deadly avalanche. Even today, experts remain divided over whether an avalanche truly explains the evidence. Another theory suggests powerful mountain winds created a rare phenomenon called infrasound. Infrasound consists of extremely low-frequency sound waves that humans cannot consciously hear. Researchers believe prolonged exposure caused intense panic and a desperate urge to flee. But no direct evidence has ever confirmed that infrasound caused the tragedy. Another theory suggested the hikers may have witnessed a secret Soviet military test. Some witnesses reported seeing mysterious lights moving across the sky around the same time. However, no official records have confirmed a military exercise at the exact location that night. Like many other theories, this explanation leaves important questions unanswered. Decades later, advances in science allowed researchers to re-examine the mystery with fresh evidence. Researchers recreated the mountain's terrain using advanced computer simulations. Simulations point to a small slab avalanche, but questions still remain. Even today, no single theory fully explains the Dyatlov Pass incident. Investigators agreed. The hikers left their tent under extraordinary circumstances. Despite years of investigation, no other group was ever confirmed to have entered the campsite. Many rumors spread over the decades, but not every claim was supported by evidence. Separating fact from speculation remains one of the greatest challenges in this case. To this day, investigators continue carefully studying every piece of available evidence. Every new study answers some questions, but leaves investigators with many more to solve. More than 6 decades later, the Dyatlov Pass incident still puzzles investigators worldwide. The mystery inspired books, documentaries, scientific studies, and endless debates. Each new discovery brings investigators one step closer, but never to a complete answer. Some questions may never have certain answers. What happened on that frozen mountainside remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Perhaps the mountain still holds the answer, waiting beneath the snow. Over the years, investigators carefully reconstructed the expedition's final known timeline. The recovered diaries revealed a team in good spirits, focused on completing their expedition. Nothing in their writings suggested they expected danger that evening. Their final photographs captured ordinary moments, completely unaware of what lay ahead. Today, the remote mountain pass remains a quiet place of remembrance for many. Visitors continue to make the journey, hoping to better understand the events of 1959. For historians, the case remains a reminder that nature can still challenge human understanding. The evidence tells part of the story. The mountains keep the rest. More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to divide experts. Each theory explains part of the evidence, but none explains everything. Perhaps the complete truth disappeared with the storm that night. And perhaps the mountains are the only remaining witnesses. History remembers Dyatlov Pass for the lives behind the mystery. Their courage and passion for exploration continue to inspire adventurers around the world. Even today, researchers continue searching for answers hidden within the historical record. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. The official files may eventually close, but history continues to ask the same question. What truly happened on the night of February 1st, 1959? Perhaps the answer disappeared into the storm, or perhaps it still waits beneath the snow. The Dyatlov Pass incident reminds us some mysteries remain forever unsolved. The mountain has remained silent for more than 6 decades. Every expedition leaves footprints, but not every story leaves answers. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not what happened, but why we continue searching for the answer. Because every unanswered mystery reminds us how much there is still to discover. The Dyatlov Pass incident is a story of courage and unanswered questions. Their journey ended, but their story continues to inspire people around the world. Thank you for joining this investigation. If new evidence is ever discovered, this mystery may finally be solved. Until then, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries.